Wow. Welcome everyone. Chris with Journals, Comics, and Pop Culture. And this is going to not be easy tonight. Thank you for everyone that's already here. Dominic, Gary, John, Matt, thank you guys. Yeah, I don't even know where to start. I am gonna have to preface some things here. Um, I'm going to have to explain a little bit about what's been going on with me before we get into the more important discussion of what a loss that this community is suffering from right now. I'm gonna, of course, let a couple minutes pass to get a few more folks in here. Um, thank you, Matt. Yeah, I hear you. I'm gonna discuss that though. I'm gonna add some context and maybe some silver linings to that tonight. Prince Namor, Dale, what's going on, Dale? Sean, GT, L Green Machine, Spider Dude. I man, let me just start. I'm gonna start. Let me get my water. I'm gonna start, guys. I have to say that I have been gone for almost a month. You guys have may seen a couple of videos posted over the last couple of weeks. Those are old videos that I just re-uploaded just to put something out there. This is my first time in front of a camera in almost a month. Hey, Keith and Austin, what's going on, guys? I don't want to make this about me. I don't, but I do have to acknowledge what's been going on briefly. The last few weeks have been probably the hardest few weeks of my life. I'm not going to go into detail right now about why, but until a few days ago, I was completely and utterly lost, and nothing had purpose. I didn't care about getting in front of a camera. I didn't care about talking about comic books. And quite honestly, I still don't. I am still not in a position to put a smile on my face and journos comics. I'm not there. But I'm coming here today with all of that because I know I needed to. And I do want to say this because ever since all this started going on with me and I distanced myself, I let you guys know. I know if I just disappeared, people would have worried. So I try to let you guys know what was going on. I'm still alive. I'm okay. Well, surviving. So many of you reached out. So many of you reached out. And I am so grateful. And there was points at times where I hit lows and I felt like reaching out was the right thing to do, but there was other times where I closed up and I couldn't. I just had to keep to myself. And even now, it's tough. I have moments, right? And so there's people that I still haven't probably responded to or reached back out to. And I just want, if you guys are watching and you're like, hey, Journo, Chris, you haven't reached back out to me, just know I appreciate you guys, and I will be reaching out to each and every one of you at some point. All right. So Dan, what's going on, Dan? Joseph, it's really good. I'm gonna say though, as much as I still don't have the life in me, it is good to see all of you guys here. Matt, what's going on, Matt? So with that out of the way, like I said, I don't want to take too much time talking about myself. But I woke up this morning to a message from another great member of this community, um, letting us know that her husband, Sarah, reached out that her husband, Simon, had passed away. And for those of you who know him on Instagram or on YouTube, Simon R. Oh, and she's here. Hey, Sarah, thank you so much for being here. My other half via Comic Book Canon, Jeff, thank you for being here, man. Um, I don't even know how to start, guys. It's very strange that I'm doing this right now with everything that I had going on, and it's kind of eerie. But I'm going to talk a little bit about. I'm going to talk a lot about Simon, obviously, but I'm gonna talk about how I came to know Simon, what Simon meant and means to this community. I thought about bringing other people on tonight because I know Simon was good friends with a lot of people in this community. Some of you are in the chat right now, but I think that day is going to come. I'm sure we're all going to organize. I'm going to talk about that a little later too. But I don't have what it takes to do that right now. So I hope that you all understand at least that it's okay that I'm here doing it how I'm doing it. Okay. I may not be as eloquent as I usually am because of everything as well. So bear with me. I was going through what I was going through, and for those that don't know, Simon was battling cancer. And I was talking to him a few weeks back about him finishing his chemo treatments, and I told him, I wanted him to let me know how it was going, and he kind of didn't really, acknowledge, and he just continued being Simon, and that's one of the most positive people that I've ever known. And I started going through my stuff, and I was getting this outpour of everyone reaching out to me, and I hadn't heard from Simon in a bit, and I was thinking about him like 2 days ago and wanted to reach out to him, and then to hear this news, and it's heartbreaking. But I find it eerily interesting that if I did reach out to Simon 2 days ago when I wanted to, and he was there to receive my message or chat or whatever it was, and he was knowing that I hadn't gotten in front of a camera in almost a month, I can almost for certain guarantee that he would have said something that would have brought me here to you guys. So in some strange way, he still did that. Simon Rodriguez. This man, over the last almost 3 years, commented on every single video I've ever posted. That's not an exaggeration. He has the little heart. Anybody that has a YouTube channel will know that anybody that your top, if I heart comments on my channel, if I heart people's comments, the top people those who get the most hearts from me get a little heart badge. He had a heart badge. Simon really showed himself, ironically, back in March, April, right after the pandemic, when we had another amazing community member pass away from health issues. Thank you, John. Yeah. OMG Chris, for those that don't know, another just a great human being. I can't believe it's been almost 3 years now. Matt from Boy Who Had Seven, Roger, Metarog, myself, JoJo, Flicks and Comics, and some others got together and did a basically an auction to donate proceeds to OMG Chris's family. Simon was in those auctions winning all kind of stuff from toys to comic books, and almost everything that he won, he said, donate it to someone else. He won a large stack of comics for me, and he told me to donate them to someone else. That's who Simon was and what he was about. Over the years, Simon continued to be just what this community is supposed to be. And I'm going to read a text. I shared this on my Instagram, and I'm going to read it right now. Many of you may know that a few months back, there was a lot of drama circling me in my channel from other YouTubers and all this stuff. And I'm not going to get into that, but I really felt like giving up on my YouTube channel. I didn't want to do it anymore. So much toxicity, so much just childish BS, grown men beefing over comic books. And and Simon reached out to me. And I was telling him what I was going through, and I said, sometimes I feel hopeless, but then I get reminders, because he reminded me about the few that truly know what life should be about. And while this man was battling cancer, sick and tired from chemo treatment, all he cared about was us. And he responded by saying, yes. Just when you feel you're right at the brink of no return, you get a strong hand, pull you back, or a word of kindness, or a smile, some encouraging words. Or you find yourself, and he's talking about himself, or you find yourself just browsing YouTube during a pandemic and find your way to a beautiful community you never in a million years thought existed, but you connected, and now they are some of the strongest bonds you ever had with anyone. I was talking with Matt, the boy who had seven, today. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing a little bit of our private conversation. I know Matt is very much into his faith. And I know we all come from different faiths and backgrounds and spiritual or religious beliefs. But I was talking to Matt about Simon and everything I was going through, and he brought up his faith, which might be different than mine, it might be different than yours. And he said something along the lines of, I really believe that, I forget the words he used, pain and loss and all of these things that we as human beings can't process. He says, I do believe that there is a reason for it, that we simply just don't understand. And believe me, I have struggled so much as of late with faith. I've felt hopeless. I've felt lost. And it's hard for me to believe in purpose, God, you know, Allah, Buddha, whatever you guys believe in. But when I was listening to him say that, I got goosebumps. And it's really hard for me to believe right in this moment, through all this pain and loss and suffering. That's the word that he used, suffering. Why do we suffer? And why do we have people like Simon that take the brunt of the suffering? But when you look at what we are as human beings, trying to find purpose, trying to find something meaningful in something so finite, and we struggle to find that. So whether you have faith or no faith or this faith or that faith, maybe the suffering is to bring us together when we are so blinded by things that don't matter. How could this man suffer so much pain, be faced with his own time clock, and spend so much time making sure that all of us were okay? Maybe we are still a young species. Maybe we're devolved by modern technology. But I truly, truly hope to God that when these type of people, when people like Simon, who dedicated so much of their heart and time and energy and soul giving to others, that their suffering is not in vain. And what does that mean? What does that mean? We sit here and we give thoughts and prayers and we go about our life. We go, we sit here and we thoughts and prayers, sorry for your loss. We do this, and then we get up the next morning and we're back on YouTube beefing over C2E2 acetate gate. Or do we really look at how people like Simon lived and wake up every day to aspire to be better? Nobody is perfect. I've learned a lot in who I am as a human being from being a part of this community. I've learned how to be a better person from people like Simon. Simon proved in desperate times, pandemic, no socializing, that added on to a world of growing conflict where neighbors upon neighbors can't figure out how to find the commonality in who we are these days. We rather fight over religion and fight over politics and fight over skin color and fight over comic books than come together to find reasons to be better. Simon brought spirit and soul and goodness to a community that for many of us is all we had. Without faces, without touch, we utilize social media in a way to come together to make meaningful experiences. And there was not one day out of the almost 3 years that I knew him that he faltered from this. Not one. I really appreciate everyone in the chat right now. Jack B, thank you for being here. Marvel Goddess, thank you. Justin, thank you so much. Fighting cancer is a battle that no one should have to face. We may have never met, but I wish we had. May rest in peace and your family carry your life forward. Thank you for sharing Simon's story, Chris. Thank you, Justin. So much. Lyric, thank you. I want to talk a little more. I'm going to pull out his picture for a minute, guy. I'm going to talk a little more. I'm going to talk more about Simon, just to Simon and what I knew. So Simon was like, first off, Simon loved life. You get, you know, I think you get people that live life that go through the motions. And it may look like they're loving life, but maybe they're just going through the motions. You know, maybe they don't even have the depth to process. Simon did. He took in every moment. He loved New York. He loved Voltron. This is a gift from Simon right here. He loved Lord of the Rings. And boy, did he love his Thor. Simon was a big kid because he would always hit me up with so many questions. What book should I send to CGC? What book should I buy? What do you think of this? What do you think of that? Over and over and over and over again. And I was flattered because as much as I looked up to him, you know, in his outlook on life, I kind of felt like the Michael Jordan to Kobe. For those that don't know, Kobe would always call Michael Jordan for tips. And I was honored that Simon looked at me as somebody to give him, you know, this type of advice and information. And he was always so enthusiastic about it, you know. That was awesome. Obviously, he was always there to support this community, always. And he, you know, there's been a handful of community, other amazing community members that have passed on in the last few years. And Simon was always there to give his love and his support and his donations, his charitable donations, and paying it forward. Every time I did a live sale, he was there buying books. And I did as much as I can to throw in free books for him. I remember he was trying to complete his Marvel Team Up run. And I had just got a collection in of all these Marvel Team Up books, like a huge run of Marvel Team Up books. I said, Simon, send me a list of what you need. And I took a stack of like, I don't know, 25 or 30 books that he needed. And I worked out a price with him, but he didn't know that I kept like 10 aside. I was like, this is all I have, Simon, that you need. I threw those 10 in just because. I'm going to read some more comments. Yes, we do, Nugtech. Moonchild, man, thank you for being here. Okay, this is what I want to talk about next, guys. I want to talk about this, Jack B. So you know the family has reached out to me. Anybody who I don't know, I really don't know. Like when it comes to a GoFundMe, I I personally I don't know. Like if I set one up, if I would have to put my bank account information and all that. And I don't know how that works with getting that money to the family. So it may be one thing to involve the family. And Sarah, if you're still here, to I don't know if the family would be able to maybe set one up in the community, can just do our best to, you know, use that GoFundMe and push it to bring in the money and it could go directly to the family. I know there's other ways that we can bring money in as well. Um, Again, I've been so out of everything, but I'm willing to do an auction on Whatnot and take proceeds to donate. Maybe even do an auction here on YouTube. And I might even do an auction tonight, guys. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute, to where we could start bringing money in for the family right now. So, and I encourage anyone, if you guys communicate with Sarah or any of the family, any of Simon's family, please do keep me in the loop. I know Matt, the boy who had 7, is someone else that you know is going to be in the loop to support John. So let's definitely talk about that moving forward, because that's going to be very important. And I want to organize the troops ASAP. Not just me, I want everyone to start organizing and mobilizing as soon as we can to try to help, because I can't imagine what the family is going through, and to have to worry about money and funeral and expenses. It makes me sick just thinking about it. He was also one of the biggest movies fans I'll ever know. Yeah, Simon bought almost every charity mystery box I ever sold over the past few years. Always kind and generous. Oh, yep. Yep. His ability to support and encourage others is unparalleled. He believed in giving. He received such joy helping others. Thanks, Joe. Thank you. Thank you, Doug. Descending. No, Simon, the dude was just awesome. I try to do my best to pay it forward when I can, but Simon was an awesome human on a whole different level. He'll be missed for sure. Absolutely, guys. So again, we're taking tonight to honor and remember just one of the most amazing people in this community, Simon Rodriguez, and unfortunately passed away yesterday due to cancer. And, you know, thank you everyone that's here sharing your thoughts and memories on Simon. We're talking about how we can get together this community to rally and support to help Simon's family during this time. Jack B, what an honor it was to know Simon, even in such a small way. He was something else. What a positive, impactful man. Yeah, again, and we're talking about seeing what we can do to start organizing and mobilizing to help the family right now get the funds that they need. Now I do want to take a moment. I'm going to pull this out. And I'm going to show you just how amazing, another example of how amazing Simon was. I'm going to pull up something here. Hold on one second. We're going to pull this up. I'm going to share something else on my screen. Here we go. All right. So this is just last month, or not even a month ago. Yeah, 1 month ago. Simon said, I did a video. And of course, Simon watched it. As you guys could see here, Simon commented on every single video I ever made. Every single video. He was here for almost every single live stream. When I started my Patreon membership, he was the first person to sign up. When I started my YouTube membership, he was the first person to sign up. Just a month ago, he was just going through his chemo, and he watches a video and says, I'm sending you something. I had no idea what it was. And it was the CGC Guide to Grading Comics, because I had just did a video giving a review on it, saying how CGC is finally, and I was like, oh, I gotta order mine. I didn't even have time. As soon as I made that video, he must have went that night and went in, or he shipped it right to my house. I had my address, and I did a video. And this was the last comment that he commented on my channel. The last comment was him doing what he did, giving back. And he said, very cool you received it. My absolute pleasure, brother. Can't wait to hear you compare and contrast with the CGC methods in the books. Much love for you, brother, as always. All the best for continued success. And shortly after that, I started going through my stuff, and now he'll never see that video. And that sucks. Yep. It's so funny too. My last Patreon giveaway, which I did in November, he won. He hadn't won one before, and I remember saying like because he was the first one to sign up, and then his wife Sarah won my YouTube membership contest at the same time, and it was awesome. So guys, for us as human beings, we have to not sit and go through the motions of allowing things to be in vain. If I am to come away with anything from this, I have to know that Simon's friendship and impact that he had on me in my life is to make me a better person, but not for me, for all of you and everyone else. Being a better person isn't to feed your own ego or your own fulfillments. It's to really create a better place for all of us that we live in through this human experience. And maybe that's the purpose in his suffering. And maybe if you believe in something after this life, if anybody can be rewarded or should be rewarded for how they lived their life so selflessly while suffering the pain that Simon went through, I really hope to God that he is being rewarded right now. I look at this two ways. I'm going to look at this two ways, and I want you all to really listen to me right now. Because it doesn't matter if you knew Simon, knew of him, knew him, didn't know him. You just know me, and you're just hearing about him right now. Everyone that's listening tonight, I want you to take something away from this. It is our responsibility right now to do the best that we can to wake up every day here on out while we are breathing to do more for other people. And I know for a fact that if we do that, we will become one with our own peace. We will be able to find peace that we have never found before. And I think we just lose that because we get so caught up in the rat race of life, in the selfish nature of humanity. But there's two reasons to do this. Two reasons. Both of them are so people like Simon do not suffer in vain. One comes from a little bit of John Lennon philosophy. Imagine all the people. Imagine there's no hell below us and above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. And for those that don't understand that concept, that's now almost, that's over 50 years old. I think sometimes we think if we don't believe in God, it would resort to anarchy. If we don't believe in an afterlife or anything after this, it's anarchy. You screw it. There's nothing to live for. That's not what he was trying to say. I think sometimes even people who go to church, say they have faith, we use it the wrong way. We use it as a way to validate our selfish nature. Well, I go to church every Sunday, but then all you do is judge people. You live your life judging. Imagine that there is nothing after this. Tomorrow isn't promised, and when you go, there's nothing. Tell me that if that was to be the case, that if you even have a moment to reflect, knowing that this is your last moment in life, that you spent your time beefing over comic books on YouTube, being toxic in the comments. Instead of building bonds, you burn bridges, being mad at somebody because they liked a movie that you didn't like, hating somebody because of the color of their skin, because of how they pray and the God that they pray to, because they looked at you the wrong way, because they offended your manhood, womanhood, because they voted differently than you, because they fly a different flag in front of their house as you. None of it is worth it. None of it. Now, the other reason is because I want to believe. I've always had, and I know it's hard to at times, believe that there is something more to this life. Energy never dies. The atoms that create you and me exist infinitely. They never die. To me, that's God. However you want to call it, that's God. It is an unexplainable creation of life that goes beyond our understanding of anything. And I do believe that things like this happen to allow us to be in these moments that are so finite, to help make life in the experience of it better for other people. And that is our purpose. So no matter what you believe, religiously, spiritually, Simon embodied purpose. And I want us all to take that away tonight. That's how we can honor him. That's how we can remember him. When you are faced with your own mortality and the suffering that he went through, but still live every single moment in your purpose, it's pretty mighty if you ask me. And just like I said in my post on Instagram today, sometimes we don't need to go digging through our short boxes and pulling out comic books to hear stories about heroes. Because Simon was a real life hero to the fullest. He was worthy. Out of respect for Simon and his family, I'm going to take a short moment. I'm going to pull myself off the screen. I want everyone to reflect in a moment of silence, whether you pray, meditate, whatever. We're going to come back. I'm going to talk a little bit more about organizing, and I want to see if I can actually do an auction right now. We're going to go over, I'm going to read some more comments in a minute, but we're going to take just 1 minute. I want you to send your energy out there. However, like I said, pray, meditate, sending energy to Simon, to his family. All right. Thank you, everyone. Mod, I appreciate this comment. You're right. Absolutely. Ain't that the truth? Absolutely. So, okay. Couple things, guys. I want to reiterate that we need to organize. I want to do as much as I can. I'm still going through everything that I'm going through, but I'm here. I'm here. I got a lot of people reaching out saying that they could donate books. We're going to make this happen the best way that we can. I'm thinking this is one thing that I'm thinking. First off, anybody that wants to communicate with me, hit me up on Instagram via private message or email me at captainjournocomics@gmail.com. I think one idea for if anybody wants to donate books to auction off, I'm thinking that we can actually do something where nobody needs to ship the books to me or somebody else. These individuals can keep the books. We could take pictures. Maybe people could join us in a live stream and we could show up and auction on YouTube, or we could just have pictures of the auction item, have somebody bid. They can take that money and submit it to a PayPal pod or something like that. And then we take their information, shipping information, and whoever donated the item, we could give them the shipping information, and then that person could just ship it, because we don't want to double dip on shipping that's going to cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars depending on how many books are donated. I'd rather take that money and not double dip and have that money go to the family too. We can even take reimbursements for shipping. So say if somebody wins an auction for $50 and it's $10 shipping. What we would do is we would take the $50, put it in the PayPal pot or whatever, Venmo pot. We would take the $10, send that to the individual that donated to cover the shipping, and then they ship it out to that buyer's address. These are all things that we can work on. I'm sure there's going to be people that are going to be organized and stuff like this as well. But so reach out to me, please, everyone. Guys, this is okay. So I'm going to tell a little story about this. This is the Thor number 8 timeless variant by Alex Ross. And it's signed by Donny Cates. I was getting ready to send this to Simon as a gift. I want to auction this book off and take every penny of it to donate to his family. And I want to do it right now. So this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We're going to do an auction right now. Whoever wins the auction, I'll give you my PayPal email. You know what? Let's not do PayPal. Well, I'll tell you what. Whoever wins the auction, you're going to either message me on Instagram or email me, and I'll drop my email below. We'll find the best way to pay. I don't want fees getting taken out and all that crap. I mean, if they have to, then it has to, but whatever. I will cover shipping. So we're not going to worry about shipping costs. We're just going to do an auction. In that winning auction, I'll take the money and I'm going to take that money and send it to the family. And I will ship it out to you. You will give me your address and I will ship it out to you ASAP. It's a Torpedo Comics exclusive certificate of authenticity. It says right here, this issued certificate verifies the signing of Thor number 8 by Donny Cates on February 22nd, 2022, serial number 6901. That's all right there. Again, Donny Cates signed autograph right there. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to put a line in the comment section. Hold on. And we're going to start the bidding at $1. And once it gets to, if it gets to $10, I want, let's see. If it gets to $10, I want to do $5 increments. Just to, you know, I think, whatever. I don't know. It's going to make it easier. So if it gets to, you know, we could do $1 increments to 10. If anyone wants to push it past 10, let's do $5 increments, 15, 20. Hold on. You got to wait for the line. Wait for the line. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Bueller, thank you for being here. Absolutely. The question is, here's the thing. I'm not going to do a clock. What I will do is if you bid and you get outbid and you want to stop bidding, I want you to type fold. That's how we'll know who's left standing, all right? So if you get outbid and you're done, type fold. That's how we'll do it instead of doing a clock. So again, I'm going to drop this line. Again, I was going to send this signed timeless variant signed by Donny Cates to Simon as a gift. Because I cannot do that now, we're going to auction this off and every penny is going to go to his family. All right, here we go. Remember, $1 starting bids up to 10. Once it hits 10, $5 increments. Here we go. $360 in with a 10. Dan with 15. Marvel Goddess. Thank you, guys. Swag, what's going on, Mickey? Thank you for being here. Again, this is Torpedo Comics exclusive certificate of authenticity. Thor number 8, Donny Cates signed, timeless variant, Alex Ross cover. Every penny will be donated to Simon's family. So right now we got highest bid, Spider Dude at 60. Thank you so much, Spider Dude. With the $60 bid. Anyone that's bid prior, if you're not going over 60, please hit fold. So I know that you guys are out. Again, I will cover shipping. Every penny will go to Simon's family. And we'll communicate. Hit me up on Instagram or via email to give me your shipping information and for us to work out payment information. All right, Marvel Goddess and Matt fold. So we got 360 Dan and Swaggle Haas with that were outbid. Oh, Swag, man. Swag says he folds, but can he add to the pot? Absolutely. So Swag, what do you want to what are your thoughts? What's your thoughts? So right now we have Spider Dude at 60, and he's the standalone bidder. Oh yeah, Dan. Oh, sorry, Dan was there. Dan folded. So now Spider Dude's a standalone bidder. Oh, you guys. So Jack B said he wants to add to the pot too. So what are you guys thinking? Do you want to let me know what you're going to add to see if we can get the bids up, or do we want to wait? Do we want to wait to have a full on auction where we can just keep adding stuff? So let me know, because I think if you guys are going to add something specifically to this, maybe we could get a few more people that might want to bid today. Yeah, Marvel Goddess. I know we're gonna. It's gonna happen. All right, so this is what. Hey TM, how's it going, man? So I think. Oh, thank you, comic book. I appreciate the super sticker. Thank you so much. So this is what I think we're gonna do. Mickey and Jack, if you want to, so right now we have a high bid from Spider Dude at $60. I'm gonna count down. If you guys want to send the highest bidder a little something to add on, reach out to me, Mickey or Jack, on Instagram. If not, like I said, we'll organize. We'll get something going to where all you guys wanting to add stuff and whatnot for an auction, we're gonna make that happen. But for right now, we got a $60 bid from Spider Dude. I'm gonna count down 10 seconds to see if anyone wants to go 65 or higher. 60 stands right now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and closed. Okay. Spider Dude, thank you so much. Always supporting, and I appreciate you supporting for this cause for Simon and his family. So Spider Dude, you know I got your address already. So let's see if we can do maybe Zelle or Venmo. We'll talk, and then I'll get this shipped out to you. Thank you so much. But yeah, guys, this is just I wanted to do something special tonight just to get the ball rolling. So I just want to thank everyone for being here tonight. Hold on one second, guys. I got an important family text real quick. I want to close out. Hold on. Okay. So and Sarah, yeah, I'll talk to you. Maybe I can when I get the money, Sarah, if you have Zelle or Venmo, PayPal's usually like a last option because of how they are with fees these days, but I'll let you know, Sarah. We'll get you that $60. Travis, thanks for being here. So, again, thank you all for being here tonight. I want to share one more story about Simon. Simon commissioned me to do do I have a picture here? Simon had commissioned me to do an art piece. There it is. It was a blank cover, and he wanted a mashup between Lord of the Rings and Thor. And you can't really see too well on this because there's a glow, but there's Sauron facing off with Thor on the Rainbow Bridge, and that's Thor's protecting Asgard. You can't really see Asgard because of like the light that's on a blank Thor cover. And I told Simon like a price, my normal price. Of course, he paid me more. And then right when I was about to start working on it, he sent me a huge color pencil set. It was just never good enough just to do the thing that he wanted me to do. He continued to go above and beyond. And again, that's who Simon was. Thank you all for being here again. We got to organize and mobilize this community. Please reach out to me. We got, let's, Sarah, reach out. Let's see what we can do about a GoFundMe. We're going to do some auctions. We're going to make this happen. Simon deserves it. His wife and kids deserve it too. So I'm going to end here tonight on that note. I don't know what I'm doing with my channel right now, guys. I'm trying to muster up, the energy just to make videos and be here. But right now, with everything going on in my life, and then with this going on, this unfortunate reality, I'm probably going to be putting all my energy into doing what I can do for Simon, because that's more important right now. So thank you guys, everyone that reached out. Let's communicate. Let's take the next few days, week, however long it takes to put stuff together and make some stuff happen. I encourage everyone to keep sharing their stories about Simon. Share them on social media, share them on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever platforms you're on. And let's remember that while there's a lot of ugliness out there, especially on social media, remember the spirit and soul of Simon and what he brought to us. And let's be that for each other and him and his family in this time right now. Thank you guys. Let's be in touch, and I hope to see you soon. Be well.